The Bee Vac is powered by a vacuum hoover. The vacuum hoover plugs into the top of the box. On the top of the box, you've got a rubber seal here. I'll just take it out quickly. And then just here you've got a flow adjustment valve. Now this is crucial because if it's too powerful, what happens is the bees get sucked in the hose, they tumble all the way down, and then it's sucking so hard that they hit the back of the box and it kills them, which is not really what we want to be doing. So what I'll do before I even start vacuuming up the bees, I'll adjust this valve and I'll feel how hard it's sucking on the end, just so it's just pulling the bees off the comb and gently taking them down the tube and then placing them in the box. The lid, there's a lid on top that's held on by 2 clips, and in the top here you can see there's the valve and the mesh with the flow adjustment. And then in the top here you've got a mesh screen for transportation purposes, and also you would take this lid off once the bees are collected in here because you don't want them to suffocate. If they suffocate, they die, and then it makes the bee removal completely pointless. I'll put the lid back on quickly. That's also got a rubber seal in there, so the vacuum is kept inside so you don't lose any control. And then they clamp down like so. On the front here you've got 2 inlets. You've got a higher up inlet and you've got a lower down inlet. The box comes in half like so. You've got a slope floor on the bottom here where this pipe goes into, so the idea is when the bees get sucked down in through here, they can crawl up the slope floor, crawl up the side of the box and hang from the top if they need to. There's also a rubber seal on this side too, again keeping the air inside of the box. So it's quite well put together, and a crucial piece of equipment for us when we do the bee removals for yourself. So this hose pipe isn't like an ordinary hose pipe like you get on a hoover. It's actually smooth bore, so the benefit of it being smooth is if the bees roll inside of the pipe, it doesn't break legs, it doesn't break wings, and it's not like, for example, if you were to fall off your motorbike with no leathers on and you slid down the road, it would cut you. It's a similar thing with the ridges. Inside of this hose, it's smooth, so there's no possibility that the bees can get harmed by using this style of hose. So you're probably wondering why is the Bee Vac necessary when we can just pull the comb out from previous jobs you might have seen? Well, the benefit of using a Bee Vac is we can take the property apart, we can expose all of the combs, and then we can take all the bees off of the combs, which benefits the bees because the bees now aren't going to get crushed or drowned in honey. And what we can do, we take all the combs out, place them into a separate nuke box, and then we can then take the bees out of here and then introduce them back to their combs either on site or where they're going to be relocated. What I tend to do is I actually open the box and then I try and look for the queen inside of the Bee Vac and then do it that way and then reintroduce the bees on site, because if you're only going down the road it's fine, but if you're say 5 hours away, you're in Wales or Newcastle or Scotland, then you might decide to put them back to their combs because they will have honey stores in there and that will keep the bees alive. With the Bee Vac, simply just holding the vacuum by the entrance, this isn't really an effective way of taking the bees away, because you actually have to access the comb and take the quantity of bees away. You'll be here all day doing this. It's just not logical to do it in this way. What am I sucking up? 2 or 3 bees at a time? Whereas if you expose the comb, you can be sucking up 50, 40 bees at a time. So it's definitely worth doing properly. There's the comb. This is the reason why we need to get into your property to extract the comb. You see all this brood here? It means they're likely got a laying, well, they have got a laying queen. There's grubs in here. There's likely to be, there's eggs back here. So that's our process and how we use a bee vac when we extract bees. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on your next visit.